Hello, welcome to Chapter 6. This is Transport and Getting Around. Did you know that in Australia we are driving on the wrong side of the road? On the left, at least compared to 70% of the world, like the US, Europe, Latin America, and most of Asia. This can be very stressful when you first drive here from a right-sided country. The good thing is that driving culture in Australia is easygoing, supportive, nowhere near the craziness of Bangkok or Turkey. Just take it easy. Would you like to find out whether you need a car or you can get by using public transport? In this chapter, we will highlight all the essentials to understand how things work here. Are you aware that you can use your overseas driving license at least for 3 months? And after that, you can swap it over to an Australian license without exams. I will guide you how to find out by state and what applies for you. And many more on traffic rules, buying a car, what insurance you need, decoding parking signs, and toll roads. One thing was sure for me. Driving a rental car on the second day after we arrived helped me lose weight, as I was sweating liters while driving. I was so nervous to crash the car on the wrong side of the road. But after a few days, everything was normal and no more high blood pressure. Stay calm and let's get started.
In this chapter, we are going to discuss transport and getting around. Well, we'll talk about public transport, getting around by car, traffic rules, and buying a car. First, let's talk about public transport. Public transport in the major cities in Australia cannot be compared to many metropolitan networks in the world. It is much worse. The bus network, trains, in some areas the ferry are the main means of transport within metropolitan cities. Outside the central suburbs, the coverage is not very good, and getting from destination A to B is slow and may require multiple changeovers. It is a great advantage, however, that major line buses are equipped with GPS, so we can follow and track the estimated arrival on our smartphone. Additionally, bus lanes help buses avoid traffic jams, especially in the morning and afternoon, as cars are not permitted to use these lanes during specific hours. If you are traveling during peak hours, taking a bus can save you 50% of the time compared to cars stuck in traffic bumper to bumper. Tickets and cards. All states have different public transport smart ticket systems. Usually, with reusable smart cards, you just need to tap on. You can see the examples for the territories and states, and these links will help you find the right information for your state. Many different cards are available. For example, senior, child, concession, discounted and full price, but they are generally cheaper than buying a single destination ticket aboard the vehicle if this option is available. It is easy to find public transport in regional Australia or in metropolitan cities. Just Google them. In some cases, you can purchase the fare from the driver on the bus. However, this is changing rapidly, so it is worth checking before traveling. You can get tickets and public transport cards at airports, bus and train stations, news agents, convenience stores, or from ticket machines. You can recharge the card later online. In some metropolitan cities, you can find selected routes with no-charge public transport. This is to attract tourists, however, the locals use these regularly as well. Check it out before you hop on a bus. Routes can change based on season and geographical areas. If you want to live outside of major cities but close, public transport could be a nightmare within that suburban area. In some areas, for example 30 kilometers out of city center, trains are available. However, a journey from point A to point B can take 1 to 2 hours, including changeovers. In comparison, this could take 20 to 40 minutes by car. It is less complicated to combine a mix of transport options: car, motorbike, train, and bus, as it may not take too long to just reach the closest train or bus station. Most regional suburbs have a park and ride parking option. You can drive your car to the closest one, leave the car there, and hop on the train or a bus. If you want to save on rent, which is usually the biggest monthly expense, living in an outer suburb could be a good option. You always need to weigh up the saving and the extra commute and hassle, though. Another fun way to travel is using the ferry in some bigger cities if your destination is in a bay or somewhere along the river. Some ferry rides offer a scenic view. Not too bad to start your day like this every day when you are commuting to work. For example, the Manly Ferry. Public transport is clean, air-conditioned, and equipped with safety cameras. You can use the first door for getting on. Double-decker buses and trains transport passengers on most busy routes. If you travel short distance only, it is worth tapping your card both at boarding and at disembarking. It will cost you less if you do so. Bus drivers are very polite. They greet you when you get on or when you get off. Finding the fastest route. The simplest way to find the best and fastest routes is using Google Maps. Insert the time when you want to travel, as some buses and routes are only valid for certain times of the day, for example, in the morning. Most urban areas have various transport apps. A couple of examples for 2 major cities are listed below. I personally use TripView Lite. You can plan your trips both in Sydney and Melbourne with this app.